Hi viewers, I'm Grisizzly, and I've always loved swords. Being honest with you, it'd be really cool if I was a sword master, but I guess video games are the closest things I'll ever get to that. But what are my opinionated top 5 swords? You probably didn't ask, or don't care, but I'm gonna give it to you anyways. Let's go! Now, I don't know the Soul Calibur series as much as I probably should, but I don't need to know that this sword is awesome. But there are people who haven't played this game before, so I'm going to give you a little bit of insight about the sword. This was once just a normal sword, but after being used to kill and being covered in so much blood, it became a cursed blade and gained a wicked soul, and then was named the Inferno. The blade works as a shapeshifter, taking the shape of the wielder's weapon of choice. The only way to wield this blade, however, is with a strong mind. Without a strong mind, the blade's spirit will invade the mind and will slowly drive the wielder insane. Now, one of the main reasons I love this sword is the fact that it's a shapeshifter. It takes on whatever your weapon of choice is. So, you want it to be a spear? It's a spear. You want it to be just a sword? It's a sword. But depending on what sword you want it to be, it can be that sword. It doesn't matter. That's why it's cool. It also looks cool. It's red from the blood of the enemies that it's soaked up over the years. It also has a working eye between the hilt and the guard of the sword. It's creepy, edgy, and cool. Most of you probably know this one, and I definitely know it from all the times that I've ruined friendships. Number 4 is the energy sword from the Halo series. This sword is a blade of plasma made and used by the Sangheli. It is blue and is basically a lightsaber, but more OP. How? Well, a lightsaber is more like a normal sword. It clots up blood when they get stabbed, sure, but other than that, kills them at the normal speed of a sword depending on where you get stabbed. The energy sword kills its victims instantly. Now, the fact that it killed instantly was annoying, especially during multiplayer matches. But if you were good, you probably didn't die a lot. But if you're like me and sucked at the game, you probably succumbed to the plasmic death of the energy sword multiple times. So, if you use the energy sword a lot, screw you! Now, the reason it's even on this list is the fact that it kills instantly. That's a lot faster than another plasmic weapon that we know, isn't it? Also, nostalgia is due to that, because I did remember growing up playing Halo, and also finding that sword a lot, and it got me through a lot of sticky situations, considering the fact that I do suck at Halo. I'm not lying. I suck at Halo. This one was expected to make this list, but number 3 is the Masamune. Also, there is a spoiler warning up ahead. This is an equipable sword for the character, Frog, from the incredible game Chrono Trigger. On your quest to defeat the evil Lavos, you must head to the Denido Mountains and fight, spoiler alert, like I said earlier, the boss Masa and Mune, 2 of them, and then they fuse and you fight Masamune. Well, that's what I like to call him anyways. After defeating Masamune, you then obtain the broken blade of the Masamune. Now take the broken blade back to Frog and he'll give you the broken hilt. Then you go back to the prehistoric age, and then you have to get Red Rock by beating someone in a soup drinking contest? Okay. Then, once you have all 3 of those things, you go back to Melchior, and he'll forge you the Masamune. This sword is sure basic in looks, but is probably the most powerful sword in the game. This sword is powerful enough to cut mountains in half. Mountains! They're giant rocks! Another reason that I love this sword is the fact that I'm a huge Akira Toriyama fan. It reminds me a lot of another sword owned by a purple swordsman in one of his other works. The only problem I have with this entire thing is the fact that Chrono doesn't get it. It would be a lot cooler if the main character of the series got it, but I'm also happy that Frog got it, considering he is more deserving of it, and he's just one of the best characters. Everyone knew that this one was going to be high up on the list, but number 2 is the Buster Sword from Final Fantasy VII and some other games that it cameoed in. For those of you who don't know, this is the really big sword owned by the spiky, blonde-headed Final Fantasy VII dude, Cloud Strife. This is one of the coolest swords in video game history. It is, however, impossible to use. It is 5 to 6 feet long of a blade, with a blade that is 1 foot wide and weighs about 80 pounds in real life. Which kind of makes Cloud even more cool when thinking about it. He's so skinny, yet he holds that huge blade. I mean, look at him. He looks like me almost. Kind of makes you wonder, can I hold that kind of sword? Probably not. The reason it's on this list is the fact that it's so iconic, and is probably one of the coolest swords, even in my opinion. But one other beats it out. A lot of you are probably expecting this just looking at the background I have here. Yes, number 1 on my list is the Master Sword from The Legend of Zelda. And how could it be beat? It's the sword that banishes freaking evil. It is a sword that time and time again has saved the beautiful land of Hyrule of succumbing to the darkness of the evil Ganon. Even the way it looks is freaking awesome. It's got a blue handle and a yellow diamond-shaped thingy on the rain guard with a double-sided blade with the crest of the gods on the blade to top it all off. It's part of the reason I love Zelda so much. It shows the sign of a hero. Once the Chosen One has recovered the sword from its resting place, hope has once returned to Hyrule. Also, it's blue. But there you have it, my top 5 swords in video games. Remember, this is opinion-based, and I want to hear what yours are down in the comments below. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye and later.